Hey everybody, today I'm going to cover my process for how to set all the throttle and governor linkage and your carburetor on a Yamaha G1 golf cart. This is a pretty unusual system that actually has a throttle plate inside the carburetor and also one inside of your exhaust, okay? And if those two throttle plates aren't synced up perfectly, then it's going to cause a lot of drivability problems, especially at low speeds. And trust me when I tell you, moving any of these three rods will change the position of that exhaust valve. So let's just follow along. I'll show you how I do this. I'm going to start with what Yamaha calls a joint rod. We're going to make sure when we press all the way down on the gas pedal that this stop right here just barely touches the carburetor body, meaning our throttle is all the way open. Okay, so press all the way down on the gas pedal and make sure this just barely contacts that stop. Okay, we have our rod too short, we're not going to open the carburetor all the way. If we have this set too long, in fact, if you have any of these rods set too long, you're just going to end up forcing the throttle off of idle. Okay, so make sure you don't have it too long either. Just set it just towards long enough to hit that stop. Okay, next step is going to be these two rods here to control our exhaust valve. First step should be to set the length between the center of this rod end and the center of this rod end at 7 inches. Okay, that's your starting point. All your adjustments should take place on the top. If you're not at 7 inches, adjust this to that length and lock your lock nuts back down. Just temporarily hook this spring up to here so we have a little tension to take off the slack in our system. At this point, we're going to do exactly what we did with the carburetor. We're going to push all the way down on the pedal, and we're going to make sure that this valve opens completely, and I mean perfectly straight open, okay? You can adjust that rod to force this well beyond open. That's not going to be good because when we go to closed, our valve is going to be too far open and closed as well. Okay, so push it down, adjust your upper rod until this just gets to fully open, and you're done. Lock all your lock nuts done, put your muffler back on, and all your linkage is set. You don't ever have to mess with this again. It shouldn't ever be tinkered with. None of this is going to correct problems elsewhere in your engine. All right, next thing we need to do is set our idle speed, which is this screw right here. And we also have to set our idle mixture. Now, I strongly suggest doing one of two things. One is to either remove this pin on your accelerator cable, which is a little awkward. There's a bushing and you got these two springs in the cable you have to line up when you put it back together. For me, I just pop loose both of these tie rod ends off of my governor lever. Okay, this way I don't have to be real tedious how little bit I push down the gas pedal. I can push it all the way down with my foot, and I know I'm only running in idle. Okay, like I said, we're gonna make sure our throttle is up against that idle screw. And I downloaded a video tachometer app for free on my phone. I set it to 1,000 RPMs, and I watched my primary pulley until it stopped turning by adjusting the idle screw. Okay, once you have that set, we're going to move on to the mixture screw, and the factory setting is 1 3/8 turns out from all the way seated. Okay, now at 1,000 RPM it's going to be really difficult to tell how much difference you're making with this screw. You probably want to set it at 1 1/4 to 1 3/8 turns out. But one thing I would recommend on both of these two screws, if you're not getting any change in idle speed by adjusting your idle screw, you have a problem inside the carburetor. If you can back this screw all the way out and the engine's still running, you're dumping gas in some other way, you'll probably be able to shut this mixture screw completely off and the engine still run. All right, if you can do either of those two things, you have a problem with your carburetor. Okay, there's no sense in going any farther until you get that fixed or repaired. That's how my old one was. No matter how much soaking I did to it. I could not correct it, so this is my $30 shipped to the house Amazon special that works just fine. Okay, mixture adjustment is set at 1 3/8, and I'm able to control my idle speed to 1000 RPMs. Okay, so once you have those two set, you can connect the rods back together. And the last thing on your throttle cable is going to be this adjustment right here. The factory tells you this controls the wide open throttle. It does not. This just takes up the slack in your cable, right? If you have this cable moved all the way to the left, you've taken all that adjustment out. You're not going to have any slack in your accelerator pedal to just hold it idle without starting to move forward. So that's how I set mine. So I got a little bit of slack. I can hold idle without moving. As soon as I push the gas pedal a little bit more, I will actually start moving forward. Now, setting this all the way to the left will also increase the tension on this spring right here, this V-shaped spring. So, in essence, by moving this throttle cable farther to the left will give me a higher top speed, believe it or not. Because that tension on that spring is what controls the governor system, along with this screw right here. You may notice that my screw is missing the lock nut behind it because I've taken the lock nut off. That way I could screw the screw in farther, putting more pressure on this spring and let me go a little bit faster. For me, it's not really about going top speed, it's about climbing hills. Okay, so this is your governor adjustment for top speed. Okay, there's other methods for manipulating this system, but this is the factory adjustment. You screw that screw in farther, you'll go faster. If you screw that screw out, you'll go slower. Okay, very simple. This is the trickiest part, is making sure you got your exhaust valve set up right on this system. The rest of it just takes control of itself. All right. Hopelessly, this simplified a few things. Hopefully this helped everybody who has ever tried to read the factory procedure on this. It's just, I don't know, if it's just a horrible Japanese to English translation, or the person who wrote it just don't know what the hell they're doing. So one of the two, because you're not going to be able to set this up using that. So hope this helped you out, everybody, and I appreciate your time for watching. See ya.